back door. They were thinking like there's nobody can climb up to 3 stories and enter through the back door. He now used a cloth to cover his eyes like this. But with the eyes, we call all the staff, and we noticed that there is nobody among the staff that have that same eyes. That was, and he moved around. And unfortunately, that was the first time they would leave money till the next day. So when the area commander came, because it's a big company and the guy is very influential, the guy said, maybe we should go and arrest all these staff and lock them up. He said, there is CCTV. Oh yeah, let's watch the CCTV. Where is the CCTV installer? I'm here. He started doing the playback and they call all the staff Orijoyin. In English, meaning that thank God for the CCTV. They would have started questioning them one after another. And the guy now carried the laptop that they use for the laptop taking and put it inside the water. Yeah. Carry the central power. He thought it's the central power that is. I'm going to, why the device very important. Put it inside the water again, cut all the wire, put it inside the water, and left. So thank God for the CCTV. Assuming maybe they will still be where they are. You know we are in Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, we even confess the sin of your grandfather. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? So the DVR is as important as your head is to your body. Can I move on? The next component we have is what we call the power supply. We have the power supply. We have two major types of power supply. We have the unit power and we have the central power. Unit power and central power. We have the unit power and central power. In central power, you can connect multiple cameras. There are some central power that can accommodate 32 cameras. And the major function of that central power or power supply is convert from 220 volts to the required volt by that uses 5 volts. Some cameras the olden days uses 9 volts. Most cameras now uses 12 volts. So it's down convert from 220 AC to 12 volts DC. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? The next cable that the next component that we have, we call them navigating devices. Under the navigating device, you have your wired mouse, you have your wireless mouse, and we have what we call the PTZ sensors. You know, there are some cameras to enter the store. The camera will lock to you. That's what we call camera lock. And as you are moving around like this, the camera will be following you until you go out. That sensor that is attached to the camera that makes the camera to be rotating and following around is the navigating device. That mouse that you use to interface with the DVR is also what? The navigating device. And then the next component we have, we call them visual cables. Visual cable, there was a book I read there. It said visual cable, and I repeat that from the book. Visual cables are the cables that are used to connect your DVR to your monitor. So it can either be VG, HDMI, AV. Although in the olden days we have what we call DVI cables, digital video interface cable. But nowadays the three most common cable is VG, that's video graphics accelerator cable, HDMI, high definition media interface cable, or AV, audiovisual cable. That's the cable you use to connect for your cable TV, your DSTV to your TV. Nowadays there are some TV that use HDMI. HDMI is cable used to connect your PS2, PS5. And then move on. Next after that we have your monitor. Your monitor, that's the screen. And let me tell you one important funny thing now. Monitor is not that important in CCTV. I've installed CCTV in some poultries, some establishment that doesn't use monitor. That the owner of the transmission monitors it remote. And at the same time, there are some establishment that monitor is as important as the DVR, like supermarkets. If you enter, let me mention the company now, a supermarket. When you are entering like this, you see a big TV, and you see what? Cameras, you see yourself. Do you know why they do that? If you steal here, it will catch you. They will now put it on the wall be that. If you steal here, if you shoplift here, you will do what? You will be prosecuted. Although there's a Nigerian data law now that said anywhere that you have a CCTV, you must put it within the facility. That's Nigerian data privacy law that you are recording information. And you can be prosecuted for it. Or you can ask them to delete that video if it's not written. You know, the funniest thing is that we Nigerians, we don't know our rights. And some of us know our rights because of we are in Nigeria, we behave as Nigerians. Because there are some rights that if you want to claim it, you don't connect like 10 slap. That's the like all the components I've mentioned, how many of them have? From 1 to 9, they restrict you to immediate use. The number 10th one, which is the storage device, that is the one that gives access to the post-event view. That's number 10. Your storage device can be hard disk drive. Most DVR nowadays use hard disk drive, use storage drive. There are some that use solid state drive, SSD. So there was a DVR that a client brought from outside Nigeria. It's an UHD DVR. So you need an ultra high definition. There was a job that we even did on some years ago for one of the highest ranking military officer in Nigeria. We need an 4K TV. I need to go and carry TV somewhere before that DVR can shoot. But if pin fall inside that facility like that, they will see that it's pin and pin. Right? I don't need to mention this because there was a company I entered. How many of us play PS3 very well? What will you notice that if you are playing soccer, the name of the player is normally on their head. Yeah. There was a company which I visited sometimes ago that the more you enter like this, all the camera has human recognition. So if you are a staff, your staff number ID is not yours. If you're a visitor, they give you a card and it writes visitor. So in case of fire incident like this, when every one of you are standing at that fire point, they know the number of people that is left. As far as I'm concerned. Oh, I get one thing now. So the storage device is not only to store video and visual, it also stores some other biometric information. That's what I'm trying to say. Like your visuals, some your temperature, time, and other things. So from 1 to 10 allows you to do what? Immediate and post-event view. From component 1 to 10 allow you to do immediate and post-event view. And my God's will tomorrow, I will bring all those components 1 to 10. Although we'll be having lesser 10 tomorrow. But today is just a general introduction. So we now want to move to components that will connect you for intermediate or remote view. Component that will connect you for intermediate or remote view. Number 1, you need what we call your internet cable. Your internet cable can be RJ45 at 5 cable. It can be RJ45 at 6 cable. Next after that, you need a router. How many of us, at least I remember that one of us studied computer science, computer engineering, network engineering. Okay. What's a router? Let me show you this. I will not study computer again.
Router is the general network of your system where the other network connects together to grab the internet.
Well, I can see ourselves that a lot of us are human. The router is a device that shares data using some certain protocols. So you go to some company, you notice that they have only one single printer and many systems. So from that, each system they send information to that system. They have what they call low speed router. But if you are having visuals, video, and every graphics information, you need what? High speed router. That's where I'm going. Number 3 things that you need. You need your internet cable. Number 2, you need your router. You need a modem. I don't want to ask you that same question again. Do you have another computer science student here? 99. Okay. What's the model? Okay, thank you. That's just a layman. Very good. A device, not only SIM card. During YMAS technology, we don't use SIM card. When we were still using YMAS, we use login. No, there was a time I used to be an ethical for some years, for like 8 years. I did not even pay for data. Let me leave that aside. But I'm now a born again also.
Okay.
At least glory to God. So there are some times in the past that you don't need SIM card. There are some devices now. Let me give you an example. Starlink use SIM card. You just have a kit number. Even if you have a Starlink account, you can send a mail to them and your kit is spoiled. They move your kit information to another kit and you start working. So, but saying SIM card, everybody will understand that it brings internet from outside and enter. And for your CCTV to work, you need an high-speed modem, minimum of 4G. I've seen someone that got a 5G modem and put a holding this SIM, 2G SIM there. What will happen? We explain what we call buffering. The video will be doing was rotating like this. So you need an high-speed modem. Next after that, you need, in this environment, you need a SIM card. And your SIM card must be minimum of 4G SIM card. Next after the SIM card, everybody uses SIM card, so I don't need to explain much of SIM card. You need data. And let me explain something about data. In a layman that everybody will understand, there are different types of data. You know, there is a data you guys will buy, they call it social bundle. I only use Facebook, WhatsApp. There is a data we call YouTube bundle that they refer to maybe 5 hours. You watch YouTube only for 5 hours. What you normally do is that there are some port addresses and something that will open that will restrict you. Why am I saying this? Sometimes you install CCTV, you connect it to the router. In the olden days, there is a network. For example, MTN. When you buy 100 gig, they give 120 gig. That 100 gig is open for port 8080 and some certain ports that we use for security. Are you getting what I'm saying? So as long as the 100 gig is still there, you'll be able to watch your CCTV. But the moment you exhaust that 100 gig, the bonus data is for social bundles. You do all the other browsing, but you will not be able to access your CCTV. And the client will now call you and say, but we are browsing now, we are watching Netflix, we are watching YouTube, but the CCTV is not working. I think I get what I'm saying now. So there are some, I just explain in the layman term that there are some, not all data are available for CCTV. If there are some network carriers outside Nigeria, that the client will tell you, for example, United States at a point doesn't allow e-vision devices within their premises. So if you are having an e-vision protocol CCTV in your house in Nigeria and you move to the United States, you might not be able to access that device on your phone or some network. But when they start resolving those trade issues. Why am I saying this? So that your client will not call you and will not have a reasonable answer. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Yes. Can I move on? The next thing you need is we call remote access device. Your remote access device might be your phone, it might be a tablet, it might be a desktop computer, it might be a laptop computer. That you can use remotely to access the CCTV network. There was a school in Ibadan that I installed CCTV for. The owner of the school relocated to the UK, brought in that DVR, it's an IP DVR from there, and installed it. We call like some number of installers and they were able to get it working. It's an IP system. That CCTV, the moment in the evening like this, you can do face search. So if you have a staff, you can see your number of activities, the time you resume, the time you close, the hours you use in class. It has voice activation. The moment they start taking each of the classes, they can, from remotely from the UK, where it is, log in and listen effectively to what you are saying in your class. So they still maintain that level of efficiency, as if he also is still within the schooling premises. Hope you get what I'm saying now. So your remote access device must also be able to accommodate high-speed internet. There was a client I installed CCTV for. He got that Samsung phone like 20 years ago. And you know those old baba, they will tell you, this phone, I've been using this when you were in primary school. You know, there was a solar system I installed one day. And I was trying to tell the man that, please, don't spark the battery. And the man asked me, how old am I? I told him my age. And he said, before they bomb me, he has been an electrician. I have one of my bad boy then. I was showing him that the name of that guy is Pascal. It was an 8 battery system. The man just carried it. That first class. He carried the main cable on my list. And he used an ESB. In fact, I was slow. Out of his thumb like this, he bombed. I said, well done. I lost my, and I have one thing. Even the day my wife was giving birth, I was smiling in the hospital. That's the height of it. Even the day we went to carry my uncle from the mortuary, I was smiling when I was seeing them. Because some of them will open their face. So if I can smile in those conditions, it's like I can smile at any condition, right or wrong. So I was just smiling that day. Why am I saying this? There are some devices that might be strong, they might be reliable, but they are running on old technology. So bringing out an Samsung S2 phone that is 3G there doesn't mean that it will work effectively to watch your video of CCTV. Are you guys getting what I'm saying now? The only thing I used to win that other day, I just on my Wi-Fi and I connected his phone to it and he watched and and he called someone. He's a very rich man and he brought the latest phone and will solve that issue. But if I don't have the experience that he's using, the SIM is a 4G SIM, but those phones, so he had another phone to watch the CCTV in that premises. He has his normal conventional phone to make his call and every other thing. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Lastly, you need the right application under CCTV. Lastly, under CCTV, that's the general introduction, you need the right application. That you have an iPhone 16 doesn't mean you snap the best picture. Am I right? There are some apps that if you download it on your phone and use it to edit picture, your friend will think you have bought another phone. Am I right? Same also in CCTV, there are some apps that when you use it, if you don't have it, you might not have access to CCTV. There are some that we call developing app. The premises of that CCTV system on the air planet, it will work. The moment you leave that environment like this, you will not be able to log in. How many of us are CCTV installer here? Or I have an idea. Okay, yeah. Thank you, at least I will not be talking in isolation. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? So I'll give you the name of like 4 apps. And I'll tell you the one that I will use during our practical. You will have enough time. The first app we use in CCTV, we call it QR code scanner. QR code scanner. Any CCTV that you're installing, you need that one. QR code scanner. QR stands for quick response scanner. Quick response scanner. That quick response scanner, you use it to scan the serial number of the DVR. There's no DVR that shares 2 serial numbers. Some QR scanner will also tell you the name of the app that we use for the CCTV. And not this is the DVR that you use that determines the type of application that you use. So the general app is called, the first general app is called QR code scanner. The next one that we have, that is a specialized app that depends on the DVR. We have what called X as an X-ray. XNEYE app. XNEYE app. XNEYE app. So before it's already 1:42, I will give you my phone number. XNEYE app. So please, any time from 4 p.m., you send me your state code. I'll send you the link to the general WhatsApp. On that WhatsApp, we normally post job offers. You know, there was a time one of our guys got a job, this MTN foundation project, and they were installing solar in some primary centers. And we need some of our installers to work. You will just ask me, do you have installer in Nasarawa? Say yes. Just post it there. We need them up. Then they had two projects. They had one in Bauchi and one in Azari. We were the one that handled it. Please, on that WhatsApp, don't post good morning Jesus, send it to 1,000 persons. It will come out to you. I will have a rule. The moment we remove you, you don't add it back, except you have a genuine reason. Maybe your phone is lost, stolen, or you delete your WhatsApp. Anything outside that. When we have, and I'm not the only admin there. You can check created WhatsApp group, so you can know who are there. And if you have a question, maybe you're installing, you have an interview, you are thinking of, if they ask you this question, and quickly post it there. I might not be the only one to answer. We normally interact there. Maybe you have a site work. There was a time someone got a job online in Jos, and he wants to send the camera from Oshogo, sorry, from Lagos. You just need the communication. And please don't transact with people without asking for their financial fidelity. I have my reason. There was a time you need to solve an issue like that. So I'll give you my number towards the end of this class. And I also encourage everybody, maybe I should call it 080. So you send me hi. Whether you're Lagos coming or coming back, you can join the WhatsApp. 080 380 15 711. And if you are a foreign student, you are using the WhatsApp outside Nigeria, you need to have a Nigerian country code. That's +234 80 380 15 711. Don't think where everybody is sitting here. No, there was one of my core members there. He's one of the most unserious students I ever had. He came to class only 4 times. The day he came to my office, he called his father. The father made all the payments. The second time, the third time, and the day he came for certificate. Do you know one funny thing about him? He also got a job the week he finished his service here, because his father was very influential. But fortunately or unfortunately, he got a job in the university, and they put him in the technical support department. So they are the ones that maintain the CCTV within that university system. Their CBT centers. You know, university also now doing recruitment, they use CBT. Even or NYC now doing recruitment, they use CBT. So sometimes we just say, hello, this camera is down. How will I do it? I don't run free. I've already posted it. Except you are trained by me, which I reduce costs. I don't run free private section. If you ask me a question, maybe the WhatsApp group I will answer it. But if you call me private and say, hello, guy, I'm installing camera, it's an audio camera, but the audio is not coming up. You go pay. I feel reduce them if you are trained on that. But I don't run free section. If I say pay and you don't answer me, one thing I'll just ignore the chat. By the time I check my WhatsApp now, I have like over 50-something messages. On my Facebook, I already have 5,000 friends. So you can only follow me on Facebook. I already have 3,000. I already have now 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And that was the case I need to solve. And I was the lawyer that was involved. The lawyer that told me that I knew that in Osun State, as a tech and ELV guy, I have the highest number of subscribers. So I have so many things to attend to. My family is also there. So the moment you are not paying like this, I just put like a message there. I don't block people, I will just ignore you. Are you getting what I'm saying now? And the guy, although over time, he was trained on the job, he became better. But the best thing, you know, this is a technical skill. It's either you know it or you don't know it. And one beauty of ELV system is you do not die. You don't say amen. You don't die now. The only thing is that you can spoil something that will carry your whole salary for a year. Imagine, like a few weeks ago, some of my guys were installing and they made a mistake on it. And the lithium battery, who was it? And they ran away. Thank God I was there, I just removed it. I said, you want to spend 1.3 million 50,000. Don't worry. I think I will collect all your guys' phone and start using your 77,000 naira to pay off. You will not die, but you can spoil something that will cost you a lot. That's the beauty of ELV. If you are working high tension and you touch 11 kV, the person will die. Yes or no? Not everyone will die. 11 kV I followed on my head before on my car. And I called my friend that was there. And they were like, ṣáà tí kí ni ẹ jábọ́lé lórí ti kú mo lè ló jábọ́lé lórí I did not die I did not die we even have a project in Shimawa which I am the guy in charge of electricity distribution company here and I was telling him I said Ọlọ́run ò pàjọ́ yẹn that is God has not killed you you have a full tank and 11 kVA you are 3 phase at 7 days here fell on your car and you did not die I did not die I only told my friend I don't get down from the car. Yeah, on our head. I was driving slowly. I was like, come on, like that. I can't leave the wire. You know the wires are still down. By 3 kV I was for safety net. The moment that came further, it will trip up. But 11 kV doesn't have. So the wire, I was leaving the one that caught. And people were saying, Allah Akbar. Jesus, you. I mean, I was just smiling on this. I almost even do a video that day. It was after when I read about it, and I know that if 11 kV fall on your head, now only God saved me that day. Now burnt to ashes. You just come and pack your clothes and your dead body, your cadaver. They will not even see you complete. But in ELV, even you make mistake in camera, you only spoil camera. If you make mistake in panel, maybe the panel might crack and get spoiled. But it's only the fault from like 3-story building, and you might not even die. Your hand might break. I don't pray something happens. And then when I say I have insurance for you, that although we use safety measures. So what I'm trying to say is that you must, during installation, you must also do what? Protect yourself. So for every one of you that have that number, at the end of the class by 4 p.m. downward, I should be free by then. Send me hi and your state code so that we know that it's from those that we are within this class. I will send you the link to the WhatsApp group, and I will also send you the link to my YouTube channel. Because I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Watch a video for at least 30 seconds so that YouTube will not think it's a bot. So that it will not remove you guys. So and you can see a lot of the job I've done. I've even seen clients from Australia, from Nigeria. I've even seen clients from Angola who was speaking French and I did not understand. I need to use Google Translator to chat with him to resolve those issues. So on that WhatsApp group, you have private mode of interacting with not only me, you have other professionals in those fields that answer your questions. Are you guys with me? So tomorrow I'll be talking on components of CCTV. Sorry, tools that we use as an installer, components of DSTV, and if you have enough time, I will also talk about each of those components I mentioned in CCTV. We'll take them one after the other and explain in depth on them. I'll come here with some of them, we'll pass it around, and we'll be able to establish a full class tomorrow. And for those of you that doesn't have your writing material, you might need your writing material tomorrow. At the end of the class, normally I will, depending on the level of decorum of the class, I'll drop the soft copy of my e-manual on the group so that everybody, you know, when I drop it once, everybody can download it at the same time. So you can go through it. Maybe you are applying for a job, you can also use it. Maybe you are designing your own proposal, you can also use it. Maybe you want to even lie to your parents that you want to collect money. You can also use it. So, and the notebook comprises CCTV, DSTV, intercom, solar inverter, and some other devices. Thank you very much. Do you have questions? If questions are welcome. We have 5 minutes to go to time, but there is a question.
So I want to ask for the correlation between DVR and storage. Like if there is any damage to the DVR, maybe people collapse or anything, we will still have information for the storage.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's a very good question. Yeah. Your DVR, there is something called server rack. We have U4, U6. We have some server rack that have what we call suppressor device. That even if there is fire, the fire will not spread that server. So depending on the sensitivity of the information you are saving, will determine the level of security that you give your DVR. I've seen someone that installed DVR and told me that I should put it in his home. I get my phone so that everybody know that I have CCTV. I've seen a politician that installed CCTV for that where I put the DVR, you will need to be a thief to know that there's a DVR there. You need not to only be a thief, you need to be a professional thief.
Professional umbrella.
Are you getting what I'm saying now? So it depends on the quality. There's an institution, the government institution that installs CCTV. They have a server rack. So anything that has to do with their IT or database management or their asset, everything must be within that server center. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it costs us more. We need to put, maybe when we get there, cables from all the cameras need to come to their rack. So it's the level and the sensitivity of the information that you want to save that will determine how secure the CCTV is. And I think someone, it's just a normal, don't let me tell the type of shop, all this normal shop, it told us to just hang it on the wall. There are some scrap that you go to, some badness and they have CCTV. The information might not need to be, they might even just make a small MDF board and put it inside. But that same level, but if it's a bank now, even ordinary microfinance bank, you need a server rack to be there. If it's a commercial bank, they have a vault. Inside that vault, they still have a safe where the digger will be inside. So it depends on the level of the sensitivity of the information. Have I answered the question? Any other question again?
If I'm not mistaken, the immediate visual evidence does not make use of storage, right?
Immediately, yes.
So what is the importance of it if it does not make use of?
There are some environments, there are some DVR that doesn't have storage, that they just need to monitor the activities. Maybe daily activities. Although I normally, and it has saved me a lot of time, sometimes when I'm on time, I don't collect all CCTV projects. Let me tell you that reality. I've seen someone that wants to install CCTV and say, hey, currently I don't have money for storage. I just told him to chat me. I told him to give it to another person. There was a job that a friend, an architect, that normally give me a job. It was a phone and phone accessory shop. He wants to install CCTV. And I advised the man that the minimum camera we should use is 3 MP camera. Maybe when we get there, I'll talk about it. And the man later said, hey, somebody gave me a bill that is cheaper. I told him I'm not interested. Although my boss said, hey, okay, you're having more job. I said, it's not that I'm having more job. I'm also securing myself. Few months after opening of that place, they stole like 10 phones. And you know that they were able to pull out the video post-event, but the visual, the face of those people wasn't clear. That same architect sent me those videos and said, hey, we should post it on the WhatsApp group of installers in Motion. Maybe we can identify. I said, I can't post this type of video because it's demeaning the quality of the job I do. Do you guys get what I'm saying? There was a wine store that installed CCTV sometimes ago, and I told the lady that he should use minimum of 3 MP camera. I will use 3 MP. The guy came, and you look around like this, especially when I'm normally at the back side. I told the people that I want to buy also brand of wine. And the lady went there and go and put the wine. I didn't know what he did to distract the lady. He paid in cash. As the lady was counting the money, he stole the iPhone and some other things there and left. The lady was happy that he said, so it was later we discovered that the phone was stolen. The lady that is involved now is late now, the lady is dead now. And the lady called me and the police came around and we print out normal police radio that they normally do in bars and they don't be like, but you guys are familiar. It was like after 3 or 4 months. You just check some of this fire. Police, when they want to do their job, they know what to do. And they saw the fire. And they called and said, engineer, do you still have the footage? And this is what I normally do. In cases of crime scene like that, I normally request for 3 flash drive. We give the police one. I'll give the owner another one. I will keep one for myself. Because most times the DVR will override. We remove old information and put new information. Thank God I have one. And thank God there has no override. By the time the guy was arrested, You check the phone, and the parents start arguing that it's not their children, it's not their son, and we were able to produce the video evidence. But when the lady came and said, "Listen, do you want to do kids?" No. All I want is that I need the latest iPhone. And unfortunately, the guy came from a very rich family. The family doesn't want the name to be spoiled. They bought a new iPhone and they keep the old phone as an exhibit. You know, that's what the police will do. In case they commit another crime later, they can refer back to it. And he collected the latest iPhone there. And they said, "What the time? What did that phone make?" And they removed the SIM card. The unfortunate thing that he sold the phone for like 1/5 of the price. We were able to track the phone down to one of their friends that they are drinking together again. We were able to get the phone, got the lady, and the police made a case out of it, and later they settled everything out of court. Thank God that the video was clear enough and the storage was still working. But let me assume that the lady now said, "I don't want storage." You know that theft is gone. But if it's in a place that they are just after daily activities, let me say a place where they just sew clothes, they don't need to save it. They just need to monitor that, are they showing to standard? That's all. They may not need storage. But as an upcoming installer, it's better you advise them to save every information. And let me sign a note of warning. The responsibility to check that the storage is working, put it in writing if possible, is not the responsibility of the installer. Please note that one is the responsibility of the client. At least once every month, they should check the health of that hard disk. If it's working, to write normal and it will show you the storage use and storage length. If you don't put it in writing and something happens and you can't produce that evidence, what I normally do is that during chat, I normally chat or send a voice note. "Sir, it's your responsibility." Or sometimes there was a case that, thank God that I recorded the video. The woman changed it for me. I said, "No, there's nothing like that." I just smiled. I pulled out the video from Google Drive and I played it. The man needs to start saying that. So I'm going to mean that I've been a police officer. I said, I stay with my uncle that is a police officer for 2 years. Are you getting what I'm saying? So it's the responsibility of the client to keep checking that the information is still retained in the hard disk, not you as an installer. Although as an installer you need to visit that place at least once every 6 months to do general maintenance. Any other question? One more question. So in the absence of no question, we call this class today. So thank you very much. Do you enjoy the class? So much.